what did we make the other day that you begged me to make again?
Bagels.
Bagels. So I found this amazing recipe that I'll put into the description down below. And they're called 2-ingredient bagels, but really they're more like 4-ingredient bagels. What you're gonna need today is 1 cup of self-rising flour. And if you don't have self-rising flour, the recipe that I'm gonna link up tells you how to make self-rising flour. You need 1 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. You need a little bit of extra flour to knead and dust and that sort of thing. You need 1 egg that you're just gonna whip up in a little bowl. That's for your egg wash. And then you need some kind of topping if you like toppings. This would be your 4th ingredient, so this is totally up to you. We've been using sesame seeds and they're super yum. You need a dough hook for your stand mixer. You need a baking sheet lined with either parchment paper or a silicone baking mat, a mixing bowl, and a spatula. That's it.
That's it.
Let's do this. Okay, 2 quick things before we get started. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I use convection bake. If you don't have convection, I'm sure it's fine. Just use bake. Second of all, in all of the close-ups, please make sure that you ignore my disgusting nails. Thank you. So in your bowl, you are going to simply spoon in your Greek yogurt. Then you also need your 1 cup of self-rising flour. And this is gonna make 4 bagels. So obviously if you wanna make more, it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. And then you're gonna mix this with a spatula. It's gonna get crumbly. You just wanna kind of press it all together as best you can before you move it over to your stand mixer. Put it in your mixing bowl with your dough hook. And just put it on stir. Now you need a little bit of flour and you're just gonna dust it all over a clean surface that you can work with. The next thing you need to do is cut your dough into 4 even balls, but it's still a little bit sticky. So what I've done is I've just rolled it around a tiny bit in the dough. You don't want in the flour. You don't want too much flour though, because it'll change the consistency of your dough. Okay, and then grab a knife, a really good sharp one, doesn't really matter what kind. And then this is the only way I know how to divide dough. I don't know if somebody has better tips than me for dough division, but that's how I'm doing it. And then again, there's like a little bit of stickiness in there. So I'm just gonna lightly flour this again. Otherwise it's gonna stick to my surface. I'm learning so much about baking, you guys. I've never worked with dough so much in my life, but it's cool. I feel sort of like a pioneer woman.
Pioneer woman.
Do you want to help roll them out? Okay.
I also want to sing one thing about pioneers, that they don't live very long.
Watch what Mommy's going to do. Watch what Mommy's going to do. We'll roll it out like it's Play-Doh, okay? We're going to roll it out into make like a thick rope.
Hey, why can't I do this?
Use 2 hands if you want.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Okay, so now that you've got all of your little dough ropes out, you're gonna take your
Worms.
Yes, your dough worms, exactly. And you're gonna take your baking sheet and simply make them into bagel shapes or donut shapes. And then basically just pinch the extra dough so that it comes together and stays together. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be stuck together. Now you've got 4 bagels. The next step is the egg wash. So you need to take 1 egg, beat it up with a fork into a little bowl, and don't add anything to it. What you do. So you're gonna take a good amount of the egg, and you're gonna just brush it like you're painting a picture, okay?
Okay.
And you want to go lightly because you don't want to crush your perfect new bagel forms, okay?
Okay.
And you don't want too much because you don't want it to like drip down into the middle. So you do that, and then I'm gonna prep the sesame seeds. And you could use poppy seeds, you could use nothing. You could use a little bit of extra sea salt. That would be delicious.
That would be delicious.
Then we're just gonna add some sesame seeds. And that's it. So now that your bagels are looking like bagels, they're ready to go in the oven at 350 for 23 to 25 minutes. And
While
then-
you're waiting for your bagels to get ready, you can have a dance break.
Okay, now that they are looking done, the next step is pretty crucial. You're gonna take them out, set your broiler to 500, and once it's up to temp, you're gonna put them back in for 2 to 3 minutes. They're ready to be cut into. As soon as they're cool to the touch, you're good to go.
Cut them up. They're so good and so squishy.
Now you can just top it with your favorite topping or eat it all on its own. And you have got 4 lovely bagels that will be fresh in your fridge for at least 2 days. And then you can do it all again.